Just wanted to say that the reason there wasn't a video last Friday was because I had 2 coursework deadlines for the final 2 pieces of coursework for my first year of uni, so I thought that was really important that I finished those to a good level. And also, I was just busy meeting up with people that I haven't seen in a long time. It was quite nice to do that and catch up with them, so sorry but there wasn't a video on Friday, but fingers crossed I can get this uploaded for Monday. So please excuse the late video, and there should be a video uploaded on next Friday as well. So yeah, enjoy. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I am going to be showing you what I've been reading, what I'm currently reading, and what I hope to read in the future of this year. I have 3 piles: what I've read, currently reading, and what I hope to read. And I'll tell you a bit about the book and what I liked and disliked about it, and yeah, so let's get on to the video. I've also got my notes, so if I refer back to those you'll know why I'm looking in that direction. So yeah, so the first book that I read this year, hang on, the microphone, wait a minute. So the first book that I read this year was called Buffalo Soldier by Tanya Landman. Let's try that again. So the first book that I read this year was called Buffalo Soldier by Tanya Landman. I like this book just because it gave me a brief background knowledge on the colonisation of America back in the day. So when everyone from Europe started moving all the way to America, and how they started to divide the land between different people. I also like this book because it's got a strong female role in it, and you know, if you know me, then I'm one for feminism and strong female leads and stuff. I think that's really important to have in society. And so yeah, I really like this book. It's about a girl who is a slave, and things happen which causes her situation to change, and she ends up joining the army as a sort of life support because they give you money, shelter and food. And it's just how her life improves from being a slave, and it's a happy ending, and I'm quite glad for that, I think. It's sad at some points, and you know, but I liked it. So yeah, that was the first book I recommend. The second book I read was more about today. It's called Still Me by Jojo Moyes. It's actually the 3rd book of the Me Before You series. And it's set in New York, which I really loved because I got to know about more places in New York, and it's somewhere I would like to visit one day, so to hear about these different places from another point of view was quite nice to know what I might go for, what I shouldn't go for. So yeah, I really enjoyed it actually. I think I might read it again this year. If you don't know the first 2 books, I would recommend reading those first, because if you pick up this book then and read it first, it's harder to understand who's who in the books, and you might get a bit confused. Obviously she explains it a bit more in the book, but it takes a while to understand each character based on what she's saying, Jojo Moyes is saying. I really wish there was a film for the second 2 books in the series. There is a film for the first book and I really enjoyed that film. It's one of my favourites. So I really enjoyed it. I'm not going to tell you too much about the story because there's some unexpected events, but one thing I will say about it is, even though there are some unexpected events, there are also some events that you can kind of foretell in the future that will happen based on what you know already. So yeah, really recommend this book too. Yeah, wish there was a film, but what can you do? So those are the two that I've read so far. There's not many, but I've had lots of things going on with the whole uni situation and all the coursework and exams and stuff. So I only read 2 books, but oh no, hang on a minute. I've read 3 books. The third book is called Anatomy of a Scandal by Sarah Vonnegut. I haven't actually got the book with me. It's back in Oxford at the moment and I'm back home, as you could tell by the different background. So the thing I like about this book is that it's kind of relatable to me because there's a character in the book called Olivia, and part of the book is actually based in Oxford, and they talk about different places in Oxford from back in the day around 1960 time. So obviously it's changed a bit since then, but it's one, cool to know what it was like back then, and 2, it's fun to see how different places are still there. Like, I can go visit a place that they've mentioned in the book and it's like, wow, that's fun. I mean, fun's cool. So yeah, that's a cool book, and the book's about points of view from different people. 5 or 6 different characters in the book, and they all somehow know each other from either back in the day or present day from where they are now. And yeah, I'm not going to talk too much in detail about what happened and stuff because I think you should go read it, but it's a really nice book and gets you on, it's quite gripping and stuff. It's a good book, and I found it really difficult to put it down once I started reading it. So yeah, that was the third book that I've read. On to the books that I'm currently reading. So, first book is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. This book is not the usual book that I would read. I was given it by my dad for my birthday, trying to make new friends at uni. And it was kind of ironic, but it's actually been quite helpful. I've only read 2 chapters at the moment. Or no, yeah. And in each chapter it teaches you something else, and I've kind of, I don't know if you can see, but, right, no you can't see. I've like made certain notes and stuff on each page, on the important bits of the pages, and it tells you about people back in the day. For example, forgotten already. Different American presidents. Oh, Lincoln's one. Okay, I don't know. Talks about how different people have been through the same situations as us and have, for one reason or another, stopped doing those things and now have a better relationship with who they work with, their family, friends. And I think it's just a good book to build yourself and grow and improve your outlook on life. So that's the first book that I've been reading. The second book is a book called Flawed, and it's by several different people. You can pause it and read it there. But I'm actually only on chapter... I mean, they don't have chapters, they go through the different people. But again, it's 7 different people and 1 person down here. And how they all... It tells the story of how they all end up meeting in this one place, and an event happens and they're forced to see each other again. That's how friendship grows, I guess. Can't tell you too much about it because I haven't finished reading it, so obviously I don't know what it's about. But yeah, that's the first book I've been reading. Second book I've been reading, sorry. So yeah, once I finish those, our plan is to move on to this book, The Burning, by Laura Bates. Again, don't know what it's about, but sister actually recommended them to me. Shout out to Gracie. So yeah, and then the final 3 books that I have on my list that I would like to read this year are the Bridget Jones series. I loved the films so much and I've watched them several times over. I actually bought one of the Bridget Jones books a couple of weeks ago from Oxfam, but then realised it was the second book and I didn't want to spoil it for myself. When I opened the book to read the first page, there was a character I had no idea about and they obviously didn't mention it in the film, so I thought it was important to read the first book first, I thought, and I don't want to spoil it, so yeah, so I was going to read those 3 books. So we've got Bridget Jones's Diary, Bridget Jones with an Edge of Reason, and Bridget Jones's Baby. Got 3 different titles and I want to read every single one of them. So those are the books that I want to read this year. Obviously there'll be more, but I haven't got round to picking those out yet. Might just go to the shop and see what I can find, obviously once I've finished the books I'm currently reading. So yeah, I think that's the end of the video. I actually have a Goodreads account. I'll link it down below in the description and you can go follow that if you want to see what I've been reading. And if you can, my reading challenge, I've set myself, I think, 18 or 20 books to read this year. I actually achieved 15 last year and I just wanted to see how I could improve that. So yeah, go follow me down below on my Goodreads account. I'll also link Instagram if I can work out how to do it. So yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you had a great day. Please subscribe and like and comment down below what your favourite book to read has been ever, because that'll be good to know more about my subscribers. So yeah, see you in my next video. Be kind, bye. Was he president?